boys, girls, gays, and everybody else, welcome. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Harley Davidson XR. I think this is the 2011 model, and a lot of comments were about what did I do to it, how much did it cost, and how did I do it. So today I do apologize about the video quality and the audio quality, but because this is not for some entertainment purposes, I don't give a damn about the audio quality. It's all about the information. So these few people who own an XR or are thinking about buying an XR and would like to do something similar to it, then they know how to do it, just about. So I would say, let's start with the video, right? First of all, suspension. As you might have seen in the previous videos, this motorcycle was way higher before. And that's because the suspension that I was using before is some kind of an aftermarket, which is almost good 10 centimeters longer than the original one. But I have to say, I wasn't happy with it, because even though I'm 181 centimeters tall, I was really struggling to keep my feet on the floor when I stopped at the traffic light. It was always like really dangerous. And as soon as there were a couple of stones on the floor, or it was slippery, I almost fall on my face twice or 3 times. That was the first reason. And second reason was the tires. I mean, the rear tire is, let's say, it's okay. I like the look of it, but the front tire, I overdid it there. Those, I don't know how you call this whatever what, but it was like a motocross tire. And first of all, when you ride in a town between 0 and 50, your vision is constantly wobbling. It's like because of the tires. And when you finally get to the traffic stop, and you thought, okay, finally my vision is going to be clear. No. The Harley will make sure that your vision will stay blurry, because the engine is vibrating so much. But it's a Harley. I actually like it. I don't mind it at all. You know, if you're gonna do your protein shake, just put it on the top of the motorcycle, wait a couple of seconds, and it's gonna be shaped and ready to drink. That's how much vibration has this motorcycle. But like I said, I'm happy with it. So, first of all, was the suspension. Now, the suspension, the longer ones, and I will try to put everything in the description. The suspension were about 200 quid, 200 euros, so that's okay. Now, the second thing was the fender. This fender has actually been used from Indian Scout 1200 from the year 2014, I think. And I just had it lying around the fender because I did an Indian Scout bobber, which I can actually show it to you. So this is the bobber from Indian, and the fender was long as MF, like up to here. And I had it lying around for about 2 years, and then at the end I decided to cut the end of it and use it for this motorcycle. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do about this. I am thinking of putting some kind of like LEDs and a matte glass on the top of it with a Harley logo, which is going to match the color of the tank and the color of the front mask. Now talking about the color, that's a good point. It's orange, Lamborghini orange, which has been painted by a guy called Jose in Frauenfeld. A pretty cool guy, but this is a good point, really good point. I live in Switzerland. When I moved here, I had no idea they are super strict about the safety. Now, that was crazy. Forget about the things that you like. You cannot put anything you like on the motorcycle, or you cannot cut anything you feel like. For everything what is related to safety, you have to have a DTC certification, which in some cases, like by the Suzuki GS1000, We have cut the rear frame to make it shorter and a little bit a different design. Jesus Christ. I mean, only the certificate was like 900 Swiss francs. So like almost 900 euros just for that. So even the parts and the labor wasn't expensive as that certification. But it is what it is, and it's now legal on the roads. And the same goes for any other motorcycle which you do in customization. Now, luckily in this case, I haven't touched the frame. So as you can see, the frame is totally original. I haven't cut that, so that was okay. The fender didn't need any DTC, or actually nothing what I've done to the motorcycle needs any DTC certification. I did everything in a frame of having it legal on the roads in Switzerland. So we talk a little bit about the suspension, that's it. We talk about the fender. I mean, people, if you're at home and you have an XR, you want to have it a little bit different, just measure the distance between those two and just use some kind of a frame. Like, you can use a freaking frame from the tractor, just use a flex and flex it and paint it, that's it, sort it. The front mask, jeez, that was a pain in the butt, the front mask. If you go on Google and type in Google search, Scrambler front mask, then something like this mask will pop up. But it's going to have only 2 holes. Those 2 holes are going to be on this side. But what happened? Now, as I said, I live in Switzerland, so I have to use the illegal stuff, which is pretty expensive. It has a certification, like those 2 lights. And the original 2 holes were on this side. I had to cut it bigger because this is bigger. Then I messed up the measurement and it was completely wrong. Yeah, that's the right word. I wanted to say something else, but it was wrong. So I ended up with 2 big holes here, and I didn't know what to do, and I didn't want to throw it away. So I thought, okay, screw that. I'm going to cut it completely big, and I'm going to use this kind of thing and just paint it the same color as the tank. This mask is about between 120 to 220 euros, depending where you buy it. But I bought it, I think, on eBay for 180 euros. Now, these ones, I don't know, I don't remember where they're from, but you can actually use the original ones, so like these ones, that will totally fit in as well. The only thing which I'm not going to talk about is the exhaust, because it's a little bit complicated, but there are pretty cool exhaust pipes from Remus. They're a bit longer though, they go up to here, I think. Now, in terms of speedometer and rev counter, this was actually one unit. It was up here, and I took the unit, took the flex, and I cut it in half. Then I bought from I think from AliExpress, I bought the holder, and I put it on, and it was as simple as that. Of course, you have to use some kind of holders for that. Where did I get these from? I think it was like from a plumbing shop or something like that. And the same goes for the other side. As you can see, this is actually being using, the plumbers use that. And I just did a bracket, used it to hold the tachometer. So when you ride it, it's actually pretty visible. Now, you might have realized, comparing to the previous video, I had the lights in the middle, including the number plate. But I don't know, because I like the frame, I like the way it looks, I decided to push the number plate holder down to the bottom and go a little bit wider with the lights, which is totally okay for the Swiss regulation. So this is it. And another thing, Switzerland. Guys, when I moved here, I had no idea how freaking strict they are about speed limits. Hey, forget it that you can go faster here. No. If you going in a 50 zone, like you're overdoing it, and you go by chance like 70 or 75, you are actually going to be, you're going to get a stamp saying that you are not okay in your head. And it's going to be super, super expensive to get your license back. It's not fun, I'm telling you. So I had to learn to go with the flow and to go in the 50-50, in the 80-80, in 120-127. So that was a funny thing. And this is the reason why I like the Harley. I mean, I have an R1, I got the different motorcycle, the Ducati Multistrada, awesome bikes. But because this one is not so fast, it's making great noise and great vibration, you are connected with the road, you go first gear, second gear, third gear, and you're not going 200. And that's the great part of it. I freaking love it. Is it a good looking bike? I don't know, man. I don't get any nice comments. I mean, when I stop somewhere, people looking at me like, what is this? Like, is that a Harley? That is not a Harley. It looks like a Frankenstein. Yeah, well, 80% I get hate, and I don't give a shit, because I like it. And like I said, it's one of my bikes, and it's at the moment my favorite bike. So yeah, if you do have any comments, go ahead and just write it. And also, the tricky part was the integrated signal lights. But they are cool. Again, you cannot use in Switzerland. I mean, you do find on AliExpress for like 2-3 euros those signal lights, but you cannot use them in Switzerland. And honestly, I wouldn't want to buy such things from AliExpress because the brightness and the quality is completely different level. So these ones are, I think, Motor Gadget. They were like 99 euros each. The rare ones are from a company, I think from Louis. From Louis, I can't even read what it is, but like I said, high side of Germany. But I will try to drop all the information also in the link where you can buy it. And yeah, that's it. That's my XR Frankenstein. The love and hate motorcycle. People, I wish you best of luck. Have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.